Ducklings, welcome back everyone, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OST as we returned. We've returned here with our next matchup. We returned with another quarterfinals match, bearing in mind that young Yakov is waiting in the semifinals, waiting for the winner of the series. Will it be a Terran or a Protoss? We're here to find out. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of the Old Sun Temple, we have the orange Protoss player with the American Protoss. It is Bulmyeolja. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Terran player. We have the South Korean Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. So, and if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we get our Gamba going. Meanwhile, a big shout out to the chat. God, thank you so much. Thank you so much to Nathalcion. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing for the first time with the tier 1 sub. Thank you, Papi. Thank you. Gracias, Papi. Gracias. We do appreciate it. Nathalcion. But regardless, thank you so much for the support. We do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the content, the casting of the StarCraft. Likewise, you can also join our Discord server, and we do provide replay packs on a regular basis for all the events that we do cover as well. So thank you so much. As we are jumping into our first series, jumping into this, so welcome to the Old Sun Temple. Now, for those who are maybe tuning in for the first time, we are covering this is the TLMC22 version of PiGosaur Cup. What I mean by that, of course, is that the TLMC voting is about to open up for the public, and a bunch of open tournaments, our tournaments, Monday Night Weekly, Sparkling Tuna Cups, and PiGosaur Cups have all been featuring the top 16 TLMC maps in the map pool, in the tournament map pools. The Old Sun Temple is a 4-player spawn map. You can spawn in top right, top left, bottom left, and bottom right as well. So 4 possible spawn locations. The initial probe scout of Bulmyeolja does check top right, does look for ByuN, and will eventually find him here as he's setting up for the proxy on the center of the map. Okay. Interesting here. Bulmyeolja does keep his probe hidden, does keep it safe, and we'll see if he throws down a pylon here. Cybercore is soon to finish. This isn't really lined up though. If the goal was like proxy Stargate, for example. So eyes are on Bulmyeolja. Cybercore is now done. Stalker's being crowned as we speak, and there's that pylon. Okay. We're going for the pylon. Likewise, ByuN does scout bottom left. Now, when it comes to the Old Sun Temple, if you recall, one of our biggest criticisms about this map is just how defensive it is compared to the other 4-player small maps. There's like 3 4-player small maps in the top 16. There's Exarch, there's Old Sun Temple, and there is Fear and Faith. So we have 3 4-player small maps. But out of all of them, this one has the most amount of points of elevation, choke points, rocks, towers. It does feel like on a map like the Old Sun Temple, it does favor turtle heavy play more so than the others. Despite that, though, we're going for that proxy Stargate. It is going to be delayed. It is going to be a delayed proxy Stargate, but on the way nonetheless. And we'll see if Bulmyeolja can get some damage done. As ByuN is... Yes, ByuN is scouting. No shot, he checks! He checks the nearby location. He finds a Stargate. ByuN, he will find him. Bulmyeolja has been caught out. At the same time, Rebreak is across the map, getting 1, 2, 3 probes. 3 workers do go down, and ByuN is now getting ready for said Oracle harass. Marines are amassing. Cyclone is on the way as well. And Bulmyeolja is not making anything. Oh, okay, there we go. First Oracle's on the way. Cyclone will be out in time. It's gonna be close. It is gonna be close. Meanwhile, before I get ahead of myself, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Not just subscribing yourself, but also for the gifted subs as well. Thank you, thank you. We do appreciate it. The 5 gifted subs to the community, to Synak and Bulmyeolja. He didn't fully wall off, by the way. Yeah, that was not a full wall. Reapers they get in. 3, 4, 5 probe kills, critical damage. The Oracle does commit into the main. The Oracle commits, critical damage is being dealt, and we'll see what we can get done here as Cyclone is out. It's 1, 2, 3 SCVs. Oracle does pull away, does break the lock on, but that is still critical damage being dealt. Again, Bulmyeolja, he just was not able to fully wall off. I believe the gateway was 1 hex too far to the right. See, this is what we need, Gemini. We need Gemini with the wall off guide. But again, give the subs to Dystopian Minds, to Zynik. I am Mr. Wiggles. Lovely. Fusion Dota 2, and me, Bruce. That's it. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. Nathalcion. That's it. As from here, we're going to our Twilight Council. Bulmyeolja, he's lost how many workers so far? 12. 12 probes have gone down. The proxy has been found. At least the Oracle is still alive, so we can still find some damage and we can still try to gain some value here. But there's a lot of pressure on this Oracle. There's a lot of pressure on Bulmyeolja to get some counter damage done. Meanwhile, ByuN is dropping. ByuN, he is dropping. And there's a Cyclone back at him to defend. Oracle moves in. ByuN, he reacts. And ByuN does deflect. And the drop is still on the way. And I know we spoke about how this map does favor more turtle heavy and more mid to late game play, but we might not get there in this series. We might not be able to, as drop does get in. We'll pick up one of the Stalkers, gets one. The other should get within range of the battery. And it does get within range. Additional Stalkers do warp in, and Bulmyeolja, he'll defend. He does defend. Nice focus right here on the Cyclone. Cleans up the Marines. Bulmyeolja, he does hold, but behind this is going 3-gate blink and still no third expansion. Very late third base here for Bulmyeolja. There's no robo either. Just a very messy start due to all that economic damage, of course. And ByuN should just wait for Stim. We're just waiting for Stim, waiting for combat shields. Once the upgrades wrap up, then ByuN can start to push. Then he can move out with his main army. Until then, he's just defending back at home. Just securing himself. So it's at the main. Getting another 4 probes. Pulling back, upgrades are about to finish. You can see ByuN getting ready for his push. And typically there would be ways to delay, right? With the points of elevation, with some of these rocks and towers you can be knocking down. At the moment, ByuN does maintain map control, but Bulmyeolja going for the ninja expansion, going for the ninja third. I mean, that's the way to get a third base up and running, I suppose. Sure. Oh, hey, does catch a Raven, not bad. Raven does get caught. Here comes ByuN. ByuN is going for his main push. Committing across. Oh, stage drive gets baited. Log on the Oracle. The Oracle does barely not get away. Doesn't get away, Pappy. And I'll be honest, if ByuN commits, I don't think he can be stopped. Bearing in mind that for now he's still waiting for more reinforcements. Still rallying across the map. So anyway, the army. Bearing in mind, this is going to be a brutal choke point here to move up from, but there is no force fields. Yeah, no sentry, no force fields. ByuN does push up. Charge is not yet complete. And charge isn't ready. We're still a ways away. Yeah, Zells, they cannot engage. Stalkers, they go for the dive. They get one tank, but there's still the other, and he gets punished. Yeah, Bulmyeolja gets punished. GG gets called, and ByuN, he will claim game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. ByuN does take a lead in the series. We'll see if Bulmyeolja can bounce back. Once again, it was just a really rough start. Bulmyeolja, he did go for the proxy Stargate across the map, if you recall, and it got scouted, it got shut down. Likewise, Bulmyeolja didn't fully wall off his main, so the Reapers, they slipped in. They slipped into the main base. We did not have a full wall, and with that, ByuN, he was able to kill 13 probes at the start of the game. Critical economic damage, and with that, ByuN just had a massive lead coming into the mid-game and snowballed out of control. GG. GG, well played. We'll see if Bulmyeolja can tighten things up coming into game number 2. A lot of this, of course, does come down to the map itself. It does come down to a lack of practice or just how new these maps are, of course, when it comes to trying to fully wall off and your Sim City. All can be a little bit messy, a little bit rust, or a little bit shaky, as these are newer maps. Oh, we're going to be loading into one of the older ones, though. Up next, we're going to be loading into Wave Breaker. Oh, wait, no. I was confusing this with the other map. There you go. Going to be loading in. What map was I thinking of? Oh, it's not in this tournament map pool. Oh, let's go. Let's go. I was thinking about the map that that you can destroy towers to destroy minerals. But no, Wave Breaker. This is one of the more interesting maps in the map pool. I'm curious. I am excited. I'm hoping we can sink our teeth into this map a little bit more. I'm hoping that's the case. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Wave Breaker, we have the orange Protoss player. We have the American Protoss down in the series. We'll see if we can bounce back and make a series out of this. It is Bulmyeolja. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have as opponents, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. And welcome to Wave Breaker. This is not the newest edition. We should probably reach out about that, actually. I'll probably reach out to Stegosaurus about the map itself. So this is Wave Breaker. This is the originally submitted version of the map, but this map has had some changes, some iterations to it by the map maker coming into the later rounds of TLMC. So the original version here, and then we'll discuss the changes made. The original version, we have our speed zones going through the center. We have these rocks as well. They do delay pushes towards the triangular third base. It also disrupts some of the rotations as well. We have our low ground at third and fourth base. We do have the high ground natural, very open, very open natural, by the way. So a bit of a more accessible map, but very unorthodox as well, with all these rocks, with all the terrain as well. Now, one of the changes that was made is these rocks here were moved. These rocks that were moved over, and instead of blocking off this area and kind of limiting rotations and delaying pushes here towards the third base, they were actually moved here in the middle. And they don't go across completely. They go in the middle, and they basically cut the attack path in half. So they choke the area up. They choke the area up coming in towards the natural, and it creates a bottleneck so that the defending player has a greater concave to engage with the army. So this is an old version of the map, and again, I might reach out to Stegosaurus after this about updating, but this is a bit of an older version, but now we have had some changes with these rocks being moved, and not just these rocks, but I believe some of the other rock patterns were moved as well, if I recall correctly. If you were here for the TLMC stream, the finalist stream that we had a couple days ago, we went over it. As when we were going through all the top 16 maps. Thankfully, we did have some map makers in the chat to help us out and to show us some of their newer versions and the iterations that they've been going through. But the biggest change is the rocks. The rocks being moved and having a much more defendable area here outside of the natural. Just because otherwise it's just so open and so accessible. That was our big concern, and that concern was addressed here, which is really cool. Actually, I'm gonna message him now. There we go. Go. Okay, cool. Sorry, I was a little distracted. But the Reaver Hellion does dive into the main base. 2 pros going to be going down. No major critical damage. At Bulmyeolja, he does defend, he does deflect, and so far he is holding minimal losses. Minimal losses here as he does lose, or as he does shut down one of the Hellions and 2 of the Reapers. Meanwhile, ByuN, he does continue with his drop play, going for his own double drop here towards the main base. Again, behind this, going for a standard opener Reaper Hellion into Wood Mine drop in towards the mid game. We'll see if Bulmyeolja can maintain himself though, as the mine drop is coming towards the main. He's headed towards the main. But specifically, we've had changes made to, I think, all the AVEX maps and to the and to the patches map as well. As the drop does come in, And Bulmyeolja, no, he stacks. No, he does stack in the final moment there. 4 probes go down, getting 5 probe kills, and both Widow Mines will be saved as well. Ay. Yeah, critical damage here. ByuN does escape, and he can always go back in. He has full HP on the medevac and full HP on both Widow Mines as well. Oof. He's going to be shot down. Likewise, ByuN back at home. He's just freely building up into his stim timing, just like last game, where ByuN takes the lead early on due to the economic harass, and then can snowball out of control with his main push. As he does drop in, the blink is on cooldown. Bulmyeolja, he did overreact. He blinked everything to low ground, which means his way into the main. Wouldn't mind to do drop, and they will, thankfully, this time not get much damage done. There's the Observer. Observer's in position. Widow Mine does fall. There's still 1 Widow Mine left, and ByuN, he doesn't go home. Greedy. Quite greedy here by ByuN. Bulmyeolja claiming his own expansion. Oh, shout to the wall. This time has walled off. Yeah, as Widow Mine does barely borrow in time. Oh no, no reactions! Oh my god, another 3 probe kills here in the main. 11 probe kills in total. And we're waiting for the main push. We're waiting for the push. ByuN does commit, does catch out one of the Stalkers, gets 1 so far. Behind this, getting his 3rd CC and still waiting for his upgrade. Stim is just not finishing, +1, and combat shields are still a couple of seconds away. Still a ways away. And now ByuN can start to push. It's on Bulmyeolja to slow this down. He does pick up a Marine. Oh, but bleeds out some Stalkers. Doesn't quite get the Marine, no! 2nd Stalker goes down. And ByuN is almost there. He's almost across. Pushing towards the 3rd. ByuN does stim in. Okay, stims on forward, breaks down the expansion. Nexus will fall. And Bulmyeolja cannot engage. Again, he's just taking so many losses here up until this point. Storm is halfway done, and Storm will be a big factor. If he can land some Storms here, he can maybe defend his natural, but he cannot hold on to that 3rd. It's already gone. And we're stimming in. And there's no Templar. There's no Templar waiting. We can stim, and we can win. Breaks through the Immortal. GG gets called, and ByuN, he will claim the series 2-0, advancing on to the next round. GG. GG, well played. Again, ByuN, he was just able to get a massive economic lead early on, both in game 1 and game 2, was able to cripple the economy, and that led into a weaker defense. It meant that these main pushes from ByuN, which typically only apply some pressure, were able to break through and snowball out of control and end the game due to that early economic damage, due to that setup from that early game. GG. GG, well played. With that, ByuN does claim the series. He will advance on into the semis, and we have our next matchup. It's going to be a best of 5. Bearing in mind that for this tournament, the semifinals are best of 5s. It'll be a best of 5 between ByuN and Young Jakob. Oh boy. ByuN and Young Jakob. Beautiful. Okay. We are setting up, and very quickly here, do we have any other updates? Let's go. Let us go. Heading on over here, we do have, again, ByuN versus Young Jakob in the lower semifinals. Winner goes into the grand finals here to face off against the winner of Clem, Strange, and Shameless and Perceive. Ooh, looks like this portion of the bracket is a little bit delayed. Because of that, we might be able to cover the upper semis. We might typically, it's like lower semis, bam, into the finals, but the upper matches are delayed, so we might be able to cover both semifinals in tonight's broadcast. There we go. There we go. For now, though, the main focus will be ByuN and Young Jakob. We'll see you guys soon after the break. See you soon, Pappy. See you soon.